Welcome everyone to the channel English Global Podcast. This place feels like a classroom with croissants. Let's kick off with the big one, sounding like a native speaker of American English. What's the fastest way to not sound stiff or textbooky? And how can a cafe help you practice that vibe?
I'd start with rhythm, not words. American English is stress timed, so the beat matters. Content words pop, function words shrink, and everything glides together like milk in a latte. A cafe is perfect because it gives you natural background speech you can shadow without pressure. You're not just learning words, you're learning a groove, and this room's already playing it.
Let's hit contractions straight away. Can't, won't, I'm, your stuff textbooks make you avoid. I hear learners dodge them because they think contractions sound sloppy or childish, which is ironic. Do you think not using contractions actually makes you sound less natural to Americans? How much should someone lean into contractions if their goal is sounding authentic?
Lean in a lot. Contractions are the default in everyday American speech, not a lazy shortcut. Say I'm, your, she'd, we've, it'll, and can't, unless you have a reason to emphasize the full form. Using cannot, where can't is expected, can make you sound overly formal or even annoyed. If you want friendly, fluent, and modern, contractions are the front door.
We can fold in a little slang too, but I want to keep it smart and respectful. Americans love trimming, so I am very happy becomes I'm over the moon or I'm on cloud nine, right? How do you suggest learners adopt idioms without sounding like they're wearing someone else's clothes? What's the difference between sounding informed and sounding like you're trying too hard?
Try one idiom at a time. Only after you've heard it in the wild multiple times, let your personality choose. If over the moon feels theatrical, pick pretty stoked or so pumped. Keep the rest of the sentence simple so the idiom has room to breathe. If it doesn't fit the moment, skip it. Connection beats performance.
Specifically the flap T, that D-ish sound Americans use in words like water and butter. People hear water and wonder if they're cheating when they copy it, which is a funny fear. How do you teach that quick tongue tap without turning every T into soup? And when should learners keep a crisp T instead?
Aim for a light tap between vowels. Wader, CD, beater. Just a quick flick on the ridge behind your teeth. Don't flap at the start of stressed words. Top, time, and treat should stay crisp. If you slow down for clarity, the regular T's fine, but everyday speech flaps fluidly. Think musical. Tap in the middle, clean beats at the edges.
Linking might be the most important secret, people. Never get taught. Tying sounds together. Pick it up becomes something like p-key-dup if you let the consonant jump forward. How can someone practice linking so it feels smooth but not sloppy? Do you have a go-to cafe drill for that?
Use short chains. You'll actually say here, can I get a, could I also? Do you have a, I'll take it to go? Underline or tap the final consonant, then land it on the next vowel. Connect, don't delete. Record yourself ordering and listen back. If it sounds choppy, stretch the links a touch. The goals glide with clarity, not speed for its own sake.
Vowels, let's tackle that cat vowel that throws so many people off, especially with regional flavor. Some folks end up with a sound closer to father. And New York has its own swagger with coffee. What's a safe target for learners who want something broadly understood across the states? And how do they avoid chasing every accent they hear?
Aim for General American as your anchor. Keep cat forward and bright, like you're smiling with your lips. Hear the local flavors, but don't try to wear them right away. Think of them as accents you can appreciate. Focus on consistent vowels first, then experiment for fun once you're confident. Be a friendly chameleon later. Be clear today.
Americans shorten grammar just like they shorten sounds. But there are lines you shouldn't cross. Is American grammar generally looser than British? Or is that an illusion caused by directness? What are the quick wins for sounding American without breaking rules that make you hard to follow? Give us a handful we can use by the next coffee.
Use simple past more often in casual talk. Did you eat yet instead of have you eaten? Mind prepositions on the weekend, US versus at the weekend, UK, and in line versus on the queue. Keep subject-verb agreement tight. Relaxed doesn't mean sloppy. Short, clear sentences plus contractions will carry you a long way.
Politeness can throw learners too. Americans are direct but also pretty warm in transactions. A simple yes or no can be kinder than a paragraph of hedging, which surprises some people. What tiny phrases make a big difference at a counter like this? I want people to sound both efficient and kind.
Pair your request with please, your receipt with thanks, your bump with sorry about that. Add friendly tags like could I grab or mind if I to soften directness. Use warm closers. Appreciate it. Thanks a tons. Have a good one. You're aiming for crisp and considerate, like a clean pour.
Compliments are a big green light in the US, while bragging is a red one. How do you share wins without sounding like you're auditioning for your own fan club? And what's the easiest way to compliment someone here without overstepping? I'm thinking of jacket compliments and quick shout outs.
Lead with specifics and gratitude. I led a project, learned a ton. The team crushed the deadline. Invite the other person in. Would love your thoughts on it. For compliments, keep it simple and situational. Love your jacket. Great playlist. That was super helpful. Then move on. Compliments are gifts, not interviews.
Humor? It's glue. But sarcasm gets sharp fast, especially online or cross culturally. What flavors of humor do you recommend for learners who want to connect safely? Can you give a couple lines that feel playful without tripping wires? I'd love cafe friendly samples.
Observational humor and light self deprecation are safe bets. This weather's auditioning for a movie, or my coffee needs coffee. Avoid sarcasm with new people. It can read as harsh, not clever. Stay away from humor about identity, tragedy, or money. Those aren't yours to play with. When in doubt, smile and skip the joke.
Let's put all this into a counter role play, right here with our imaginary barista. I'll be a customer, and I want listeners to echo my lines after me like a tiny chorus. We'll fold in contractions, linking, and polite directness without sounding robotic. Ready to fire the espresso machine?
Let's do it. Keep the lines short, musical, and real. Cells to test your responses and timing. We'll keep the rhythm honest to New York, quick but warm. Step up to the register when you're ready.
Hi there. Can I get a large latte with oat milk, please? Could you toast a sesame bagel for me, too? If it's busy, no rush. I'm happy to wait. Thanks so much.
Perfect. Here are the contractions and the softener. Please plus happy to wait. You linked toast A and kept the rhythm easy. One tweak, try could I also grab and to link D into I. Let's keep going. Upsell coming.
Actually, could I also grab a black tea to go? No sugar, no lemon, just straight black. And can you toss in napkins, please? Appreciated.
Nice. Also, grab. Links and to go trims the in cleanly. The requests are stacked but polite, and your pace leaves breathing room. You're sounding local without forcing slang. Let's close it out.
Card's fine. Thanks a lot. Oh, and could you write Linda on the cup? The printer sometimes mangles my name. Really appreciate your help.
That's money. Literal and figurative. You kept it light with a friendly reason, not a demand. Small smiles in your voice go a long way here. That's the music of American English.
I want to pick apart reductions that listeners will actually hear in this room today. Did you becomes did ya, and would you becomes would ya, which still sounds polite in context. How do learners keep reductions from erasing meaning when they're still building confidence? Is there a training wheel step?
Practice full form clarity first, then reduce one piece at a time. Say, did you get a chance? Did you get a chance? And test if people understand on the first try. If you're repeating yourself, go back up a rung and slow down. Reductions are seasoning. Sprinkle, don't pour.
Listeners ask a lot about speed. If I talk fast, will I sound more native? I worry speed just compresses mistakes and makes you harder to follow. How do you coach pace so that it feels natural and not like a race? Are there tempo cues you use?
Aim for smooth before fast. Speed is a consequence of confidence, not the cause. Count a gentle beat in your head. 1, 2, and glide. Like your steps on a sidewalk, speed up the linking but keep the vowels open. It'll sound quick without being rushed. Watch faces. Confusion means downshift.
Regional flavor check. Y'all versus you guys versus you all. People love y'all, but it's got southern roots and a specific cultural feel. Is it safe everywhere, or should learners pick one plural and stick to it? What would you order for a general American menu?
You guys is widely used and often feels gender neutral in practice to many speakers. Y'all is spreading beyond the South, but still reads Southern to some ears, which isn't a bad thing. You all is crisp, but can feel formal unless you're emphasizing. Choose one and be consistent. Clarity beats trend chasing.
Let's give our ears some intonation reps. Rising for open questions, falling for certainty. If I say, "You're Linda," I'm confirming identity with a question in my music, not my words. What's a dead simple way to teach this without a piano app? And how can listeners feel it in the body?
Draw arrows over your script. Up arrow for open curious, down arrow for done firm, and read them like stage directions. Put your palm up for a rise, down for a fall. Your body will coach your voice. 2 arrows per sentence max keeps it manageable. The melody sells the meaning.
Common tripwire sounds for learners. R's at the ends of words, that schwa in unstressed syllables, and the short I. How do you coach someone to hear paper versus pepper without pulling their hair out? Are there cafe words that make great training wheels? Give us a tidy trio.
Try paper, pepper, peeper. Feel how R, P, and long EE change the mouth. Cafe trio, espresso, not espresso. Receipt, silent P, oat milk, link that T to M. Record 5 slow reps, 5 medium, 5 casual, and compare. Make the mouth moves visible to your ears.
I want to dig into micropauses because that's where humanity lives. Learners sometimes iron out every pause and end up sounding robotic, which hurts the heart a little. What are natural moments to breathe without breaking the line? And can a smile actually shift resonance?
Pause after the ask and before the thanks. Could I get a latte? Thanks. Breathe at clause boundaries, the commas in your thought, not a stopwatch. Smiling lifts cheekbones and brightens vowels. You'll hear it as warmth. It's not performance, it's presence.
Let's step into mini scenes to train social moves, because the script is the teacher. I'll throw you a situation and you give a short native feeling response. Listeners, echo George exactly. Then try it in your own words. Ready for scene 1?
Ready. Make it New York at noon. Fast feet, friendly hearts. I'll keep it 3 lines to model brevity with tone. We'll let intonation do heavy lifting. Bring it on.
You bump someone gently while juggling a tray. What do you say fast? No overthinking, no essay, just humane and clear. It should reset the moment back to normal. What's your move?
Sorry about that. Totally my bad. You okay? Thanks. I appreciate it.
You need the Wi-Fi password, but don't want to slow the barista while they're mid-rush. Go for polite economy with a little smile tucked in your voice. You want to sound like someone who gets it. What's your line?
Hey, when you get a sec, could I grab the Wi-Fi? No rush at all. Thanks so much.
You've got your drink, but your name's misspelled, and you'd like it fixed for the next round. We want warmth, zero shame, and a friendly nudge. How do you keep it easy? Give me your 3 lines.
Totally fine. Just for next time. It's Linda with a D. Happens all the time. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Love those. Kindness as fluency. Let's swing back to grammar for a second with question forms. Because direct can still be gentle. What's the difference in feel between can I get and could I get? And does may I belong in a cafe?
Can I get is the most common, simple, friendly, efficient could I get. Adds a touch of softness. It's a great default for new spaces. May I is correct but formal. It can sound stiff at a counter. Pick one and ride it with a smile.
I want a mini toolbox of safe, friendly fillers that buy time without sounding awkward. People panic and say nothing. Then they rush and trip and the human part disappears. What are 3 you love for buying a beat? Make them cafe tested.
Give me 1 sec. Buys you breath while honoring the other person's time. Let me think signals you're processing without hard stopping. Okay, cool. Smooths transitions when you're ready to continue. Keep them short and sincere.
Let's touch the emotional crux. The shame spiral when you get stuck mid-sentence. Learners freeze and then the next sentence falls apart. And suddenly, it's a bad day. What's the fastest way out of that spiral? Right here? Right now? I want a rescue phrase.
Own it kindly. Sorry, lost my words for a sec. Then reset. Could I get that again? Or, I meant to say, and restart. Most folks will match your kindness with their own. Grace is a fluency skill.
I'm hearing the hiss of the steamer and thinking about espresso versus espresso. How much do small correctness points like that matter to sounding native? Is it nitpicky, or does it make a real difference in how you're perceived? What's your honest take?
Tiny correctness boosts credibility fast, especially with frequent words. Espresso, receipt, salmon, silent L. Often, both often and of 10 are heard, are worth nailing. You don't need perfection, just enough accuracy to stop distracting listeners. Pick 5 high-frequency words and get them right.
Time for a lightning quiz, just for ears and instincts. I'll read 2 lines. You pick the one that sounds warmer or more American casual. Listeners, point with your finger and say A or B out loud. Round 1?
Let's go. Keep the pairs tight and real. I'll call it fast to mimic life. Then we'll unpack one if it's tricky. Hit me.
A. Could I please have a latte? Thanks. B. Could I get a latte, please? Thanks.
B. Could I get is the usual rhythm, and the upbeat thanks sells warmth. The comma breath helps the glide. Tiny choices, big feel. Next.
A. Do you guys have sesame bagels? B. Do you all have sesame bagels?
A is the everyday New York vibe. You guys is the local plural. B's fine, but reads a bit formal or emphasized. Either works. Choose your lane. Next.
A. Sorry. My bad. B. I apologize for the mistake.
A for the counter. B belongs in an email or formal setting. At the register, brevity with warmth wins. Context drives tone. Next.
I want to fold in one last anchor. Routine. If someone studies in this cafe for 10 minutes a day, what's the routine you'd give them? No heroics, just a plan that stacks little wins every day. Give us your 3-step recipe.
Step 1. Shadow a 30-second clip. Repeat it 5 times, copying rhythm and linking. Step 2. Order out loud into your phone. Play it back and tweak one thing. Step 3. Log a tiny note, one new phrase or sound you noticed. Consistency beats intensity.
Let's do one more role play, this time with a tiny misunderstanding. I'll toss you a curveball. You get the wrong size drink. Show us how to fix it kindly and quickly without killing the mood. Here we go.
Excuse me, so sorry to bother you. I think this might be a small. I ordered a large. No rush. Happy to wait. Thanks for helping me out.
It's calm, direct, and polite. Circle of kindness. Okay, we've covered rhythm, contractions, linking, reductions, vowels, grammar, and the social glue. Before we wrap this chapter, what's the one sentence you want a learner to carry out the door? Something they can whisper to themselves when the nerves kick up.
Chase connection, not perfection. Smooth, kind, and clear beats fast and flawless. Use contractions, link gently, and breathe like a neighbor. If you get lost, reset with grace and keep going. This cafe is your classroom, and you belong here.
I want a handful of everyday lines listeners can steal right now. Copy-paste into life. Let's make them modular so they fit many moments, like Lego bricks for the mouth, 5 lines max, cafe tested and vibe approved. Ready to mint them?
Hey, could I get a item plus, please? Thanks. Mind if I small request? Appreciate it. Sorry about that, my bad. That looks great. Nice job. Thanks so much. Have a good one.
Before we roll credits on this episode, I want to name the courage it takes to practice out loud. It's vulnerable to sound less than perfect in public, and it keeps a lot of people silent. What do you say to the person who's gripping their cup and trying to speak anyway? I want them to feel seen.
If you're here trying, you're already doing the brave thing most people avoid. Every fluent voice you hear took 1,000 imperfect reps, just like yours. You're not auditioning, you're connecting, and folks want you to succeed. Speak, smile, and let the room meet you halfway.
That's the heart of it. The room meeting you halfway if you step in. Okay, one last micro drill to feel the flap T and linking in a friendly sentence. Listeners, echo us twice. Careful, then casual. And listen for the glide. Ready for the line?
Line is, could I get a bottle of water to go? Careful first. Could I get a bottle of water to go? Casual next. Could I get a bottle water to go? Now you, 2 reps, breath easy.
I can hear the room in that sentence. The register buzz, the clink, the quick smile. It's everyday music, not a recital. And that's such a relief for tired brains. Anything else we should slip into the bag before we head for the door? A tiny bonus tip, maybe?
Start your first word with a breath and a smile. It tunes the whole sentence. If you're unsure, choose the simpler phrasing and the warmer intonation, and always say thanks like you mean it. It's the best accent in any language.
Actually, let's sneak in a quick do and don't moment since people love crisp guardrails. Do keep things short, polite, and linked. Don't force slang or speed you haven't earned. Do compliment. Don't pry into money or get too familiar with strangers. Does that feel fair and practical?
Perfect. Do's build confidence. Don'ts prevent unnecessary friction. And remember, reductions are for casual speech. Clarity rules at work or in interviews. If you're speaking to someone whose English is also a second language, reduce less. Meet people where they are.
You know, George, when people say they can understand native speakers, it's not always about vocabulary. Sometimes it's the way the words get squished, trimmed, and tied together like a string of espresso shots. In this cafe, if you sit still for 2 minutes, you'll hear 10 reductions that could stump a textbook learner. Where do you even start if you want your ears and mouth to keep up?
Start by expecting the squeeze. We drop N to a quick N. To becomes to, or day, for turns into fur. Going to collapses into gonna, want to into wanna, got to into gotta. Did you becomes didja, and would you melts into woulda. These aren't slang, they're just life in motion.
So the trap is thinking, if I learn these reductions, I'll sound cooler. But the truth is, using them wrong can make you sound like you're acting. How do you recommend learners work them in naturally without feeling like they're doing an impression? What's the safety net here?
Context and clarity are your guardrails. Use reductions in casual, friendly chats, not in job interviews or formal speeches. If someone looks confused, pull back and say the full form. These are spices, not the main dish. Sprinkle, taste, adjust.
Linking is the other piece, right? It's not just about dropping sounds, but carrying them forward. Like how pick it up becomes peeked up or handed over, turns into handit over. What's your trick for keeping consonants alive while still getting that smooth flow?
Over-articulate them in slow practice. Really hit that K in pick it. Then speed up, keeping the contact but letting the airflow carry it to the next word. Think of it as connecting train cars. You're not losing any, just coupling them together. And always record yourself. Your ears will catch what your tongue misses.
Intonation is the invisible handshake in American English. Upward pitch for openness, downward pitch for confidence. How do learners train their ear for those rises and falls without getting overwhelmed? Because we're not teaching choir here.
Mark sentences with arrows in your closing. Yes, rises, yes, falls. Same word, different meaning in the music. Limit yourself to 2 arrow moves per sentence to keep it manageable. Your goal's not to sing, it's to signal.
Let's stir in some regional flavor. Y'all in the South, you guys in New York, yous in parts of Philly. If you're not from there, how do you pick without sounding like a tourist? Is it safer to stick to the most neutral, or is a little regional seasoning okay? What's your menu pick?
You guys is safe almost everywhere and works in mixed company. Y'all is beloved and spreading, but still carries a Southern identity. Use it if you've absorbed the culture around it. You all is clear, but can feel formal. Unless you're emphasizing, choose one, own it, and be consistent.
Let's keep our hands warm with a quick quiz. New York Cafe edition. I'll throw you situations, and you give me the answer that hits polite, natural, and American casual. Listeners, echo whichever feels right in your mouth. Ready, Professor?
Always fire away. I'll answer and break down why it works. Let's give people something they can use before they finish their drink. Go.
Well, you're lost. What's your opener? A. Excuse me, can you tell me where the library is? B. Hey there, where's the library? C. Yo, point me to the library.
A. Every time for a stranger. Excuse me, plus a clear request. Add please and you're golden. Direct doesn't have to be blunt. Politeness is never wasted.
Spill the tea. What's it mean? A. Literally spill tea. B. Share gossip or secrets. C. Make tea.
B. Share gossip. Usually lighthearted. It's playful and very pop culture. Not for formal spaces, but fine in a cafe chat. Use with friends, not first meetings.
Feeling blue. Translation: A. Cold. B. Sad. C. Wearing a blue shirt.
B. Sad or down. It's an idiom that's safe in most settings, but your tone should match the mood. If someone says it, empathy beats jokes. Language connects through emotion.
Speaking of connection, cultural don'ts can save you embarrassment. What should learners absolutely avoid asking early on? Give me the top few so they're burned into everyone's brain. Consider it a public service.
Skip salary questions, deep dives into personal finances, or probing political hot takes with strangers. Don't overuse endearments like honey or sweetie if you're not close, but do compliment. Love your jacket is always welcome. Kind, light, and context-aware wins.
Time to weave this into something people can do daily. If a learner's only got 5 minutes in a cafe to practice, what's the plan? We want small, repeatable, and powerful. What's your 3-step latte drill?
All right, step 1, shadow a 30-second native clip, copy reductions and linking exactly. Step 2, order out loud, record it, and listen for smoothness. Step 3, tweak one thing, maybe a contraction, maybe a rise, and try again. 5 minutes, every coffee, real progress.
That's tight. No excuses, just sips and reps. It's about building the right sounds. This one's about trimming the fat without losing the flavor. And that's exactly what I hear in this cafe right now. Lean, quick, connected speech. Feels like we just bottled a bit of the city. You know, George, we've been sitting in this cafe for a while now, and I can't help noticing all the little interactions around us. It's like a live lab for American English. Tiny exchanges at the counter, quick requests between friends, even a stranger asking for the Wi-Fi password. If someone really wants to sharpen their fluency, these moments are gold. How do we turn them into practice drills without making it awkward?
You treat them like mini scenes, short, real-world interaction, are perfect for working on rhythm, linking, and politeness. Think of each as a 15-second rep. You're not delivering a monologue. You're just warming up in public. The cafe gives you background music, real people, and natural stakes.
So you're saying instead of waiting for some big speaking opportunity, just use what's already happening, like asking, "Is this seat taken?" instead of sitting in silence. But how do learners keep it sounding casual and not like they're reading from a script? Because over-prepared can feel stiff.
Anchor it in a pattern, but keep your tone loose. For is this seat taken? You can vary it. Hey, mind if I sit here? Or anyone using this? The bones are the same, the music changes. You're practicing flexibility, not memorization.
All right, give me an example. Let's say the place is packed, and I need to know how long the wait is for a table. How do I phrase that with American-style warmth, but still keep it quick? And maybe even link a few words together naturally? Paint the picture.
You could say, hey, any idea how long for a table? With a little rise at the end, or we looking at a long wait, if you're keeping it super casual. Link long for into long for so it flows. Both are friendly. Both get you an answer fast.
Let's move to ordering, because that's a daily drill for anyone in a city. The danger is sounding too robotic. "I would like a coffee, please." Isn't wrong, but it's not how people here usually say it. What's a better default? And can you work in a softener?
Can I get a, or could I grab a, are your MVPs? They're polite, common, and easy to link. Could I grab a latte becomes could I grab a latte? Follow it with please and thanks to round it off. Tone does as much work as the words.
My friend offers to split a pastry, but I'm trying to cut back on sugar. How do I decline without killing the vibe? I want to say no and still keep the conversation light. What's the native sounding move?
Looks amazing, but I'm going to pass this time. Maybe next round. It's a compliment, a reason, and a future yes. You keep it short, smile, and the link on gonna pass makes it glide. No guilt, no awkwardness.
Let's throw in a compliment scene, because those are currency here. I see someone's jacket and I genuinely like it. What's the best way to say it without making it weird? And do I follow it with a question?
Simple works. Love your jacket. Great color. If you want to extend, add, where'd you get it? That keeps it conversational, not interrogational. Tone it like a friendly observation, not an announcement.
These little exchanges feel like the unsung heroes of fluency. If someone practiced just one of them a day, they'd get better at rhythm, politeness, and even reductions without forcing it. What's a 3-scene cafe workout you'd assign for the week? Make it practical.
Day 1. Ask a stranger a quick, polite question. Directions, Wi-Fi, wait time. Day 2. Order with a linked phrase. Can I get a plus, please? Thanks. Day 3. Offer or respond to a compliment in 2 lines or less. Repeat the cycle and tweak tone each time.
Before we dive in, I want to clear up a common mix-up. When we talk about a native speaker of American English, we mean someone who grew up with it as their first language. That's not the same as Native American, which refers to indigenous peoples with their own nations, histories, and languages. If we're going to talk about those languages, we've got to do it with care and accuracy.
Exactly. And it's worth saying that indigenous languages in North America are not dialects of English. They are independent languages, hundreds of them, with their own sound systems, grammars, and vocabularies. Some are still widely spoken, others are being revitalized through community programs. Curiosity is great, but it should come with humility.
So give us the big picture. How many languages? How diverse are they? And if someone's talking about them, what's the respectful way to do it? I think a lot of learners lump them together without realizing how different they are. Can you set the frame?
There are hundreds of indigenous languages across North America, each tied to specific nations. Some use subject-object-verb word order. Others are subject-verb-object like English. Many have complex verb structures, noun classes, or sounds that don't exist in English. Best practice is to name the nation, say Cherokee or Navajo, instead of saying a native language generically.
Let's say someone genuinely wants to learn one. They're in a place like this cafe, wanting to start from zero, but do it the right way. Where should they go first for resources? And how do they avoid the trap of treating the language like a novelty?
Start with the community itself. Tribal websites, language classes run by members, or cultural centers. Pay for official courses if they're available, and credit your teachers. Learn to pronounce local place names correctly. That's a form of respect. Approach as a student, not as someone collecting an exotic skill.
I know storytelling is huge in many indigenous cultures. How does that affect the way the language sounds and feels? And is there a way for learners to bring that spirit into their own English without crossing lines? What's the bridge?
Storytelling carries history, law, and identity, often through repetition, vivid imagery, and rhythm. You can honor that by listening deeply and noticing those patterns without imitating sacred or private stories. In your own English, you might adopt descriptive, image-rich phrasing to make your speech more alive. The key is to be inspired, not to appropriate.
Okay, so what are the big pitfalls for well-meaning learners? I'm talking about the unintentional missteps that can sour a conversation fast. Let's give folks a list so they can sidestep them entirely. Think of it as cultural guardrails.
First, don't group all nations and languages together. Each is distinct. Second, avoid tribal-sounding fake words or accents. That's disrespectful. Third, don't lift language for performances, costumes, or products without permission. And finally, don't treat a living language like a souvenir.
Let's tie it back to this cafe study vibe. If someone wanted a low-key, respectful daily practice routine, what would it look like? No grand gestures, just steady, sincere effort. What's your 3-step version?
Spend 10 minutes a day with community-approved materials. Practice greetings or phrases that the community has shared publicly. Write down what you learned, including where you learned it, so the context travels with the words. It's about consistency and respect, not speed.
Feels like the real takeaway here is that languages live inside people, not just in dictionaries. And if you want in, you have to treat both with care. What's the one-line advice you'd give to any learner curious about indigenous languages? Leave us with the anchor.
Learn from the people who live the language, follow their lead, and carry it with respect. That way, every word you speak honors the culture it came from.